All right. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit different. MRC, Eric Sprott's holdings. I said, go, if you could give me an importable list. I did. I imported it in my trading view. So here's the super duper list. I think there's 78. And I try to give it a different view. So instead of going down to the weekly, I'm going to look, I zoom back out, remove more noise, see the bigger picture, where these charts are set up at, and which ones are in a congestion area. But we know we're in a bull market, precious metals bull market. So the ones that are in a congestion area are actually the ones that should resolve upwards in our direction. And if they're in a congestion area, there will probably be technicals are going to be flat or scary. We're going to be close to the 1 year moving average. It's not going to look super duper, but that's exactly where you want to be, just a little bit early. All right, so I did a pre-filter. These are the ones that survived. Sprott keepers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So here it is, guys. This is my monthly volume setup, volume profiling. 1 year moving average, the most important one. Then you have the 3 year, which is the blue line. The blue line distance from the 1 year moving average. If you're too far away, you know that you're going to probably have to have a severe pullback. Inclining stock. That's just the beginning of getting out of the bear market. And then crossing over is very bullish. You have strong gains here. And after that, hopefully you stay in an uptrend. And after that, continuation breakouts on the smaller time frames happen when the stock oscillates in the upper band in the overbought. Okay, alphabetical. So A-band resources. I'm not quite sure if it's gold, silver, whatever it is. It's a Eric Sprott holding. And look at that. Here's my volume. So big base. We're right into it. And as we've seen, these usually resolve upwards. So I know we're below a declining 3 moving average, but the 1 year starting to pull up. Once we get above this congestion area here at 14 cents, we should have a nice vacuum all the way to 21 cents. So log chart. So this is already almost a one bagger. And after that, next volume node, 22 cents. After that, we go all the way up to 39 cents. So that is the roadmap for A-band. Volume really helps see a clearer picture. Stock turning upwards. So this is very embryonic. There you go. And that's all the fuel. You could see this as fuel. So it's kind of, you think it's kind of stretched. It's starting month after month. But this, you see you have higher watermarks that you're able to attain before you're really too stretched out. So for me, this is one of Eric Sprott's keepers. AGC Amarillo Gold Corp. Volume defined base. We're already started sliding up. Previous month, pull back. This month, now this resistance. Now this previous resistance is now volume defined support. You're above the 3 year moving average. The 1 year moving average is inclining. Beautiful catch, letting the moving average catch up. The 1 year, see, pulling back. This would have been buying into fear of missing out. And now this is buying into fear. You see how the stock, once it busted above, below here, trend line, you got a strong move. Now it's consolidating, and this is what you want to have. You want to see here. You want to see it oscillate, fluctuate in the upper band, and this would keep grinding higher and higher. So this, for me, is a nice contrarian entry right here on the pullback. Support, resistance, turn support at a whole bunch of different levels. So this might actually close the month above this level here, or else you're a little lower here. But you have this nice base right here. So this could resume its slide upwards later this month or next month. So right now it's what? It's at 27 cents. So it's right here. And after that, vacuum all the way up here to 40 cents. And then we could see from there on. See, there's no high volume nodes right here. Maybe slow down around 73, 90 cents. And after that, log chart, crazy targets all the way up here. So this one's has pretty nice potential, and you have a nice chance of entering on a pullback. There's so much stuff we could do, so many tools. Look at that. Even I zoom out, and what do you see? Look at this bullish pattern. NorthStar has shown this over and over. Could draw this one really fast. I have an arc. So entry, going in, violent first move up to counter trend, that huge bear trend, trying to define the arc horizontal neckline. Sideways move, test the arc one time here. I don't know if we're going to test another time, but we're doing higher lows, and that's what the arc represents. So that's pretty bullish when you're doing higher lows on the monthly chart. BBB, Brixton, another one. Look at that. I could do another arc right here. Higher lows. I have two trend lines here. Longer term trend line right there. Oh. Oh. What is happening? Brixton. Higher lows right here. I draw my trend lines on closes. So you see some sellers came in back close to the breakout of the smaller pattern right here. Huge base. So right now the pullback should start slowing down. Huge base around here, volume defined base around 26 cents. Price action is right now 32 cents. It created some volume here, so if it could surpass again that 37 cents, surpass that declining trend line. Again, look, not much resistance up here. It should vacuum up to these previous highs. Look at the stock climbing upwards. If it breaks above this trend line on the stock, then we're going to go in the pull power zone. So you got to let this pullback happen. So in the same month, on the smart time frames, strong pullback here to that breakout line. If it holds above, we could have a good entry right there for Brixton Metals. McDonald, another one I got. Bullish cross. Strong volume node right here. So remember, we could get scared and say, oh, we're going to zoom back down. But since we're in a precious bull market, I'm putting the probabilities of this actually going upwards. And if it does, from 10 cents, not much resistance, volume defined resistance here. So that could slide up to some pretty high levels really fast. This is very explosive, really close to that 1 year moving average. The stock is still angling upwards. So a lot of fuel, higher lows, very bullish setup. This is actually one of the better ones on the Eric Sprott, just because of this nice basing pattern right here. So contrarian entry here, scared, but actually this one has a nice vacuum upwards on the monthly chart. Dynacert. Okay, the base was here. It slid up. Now create another volume defined base. A lot of volume here. And we're right now, you see how we're getting squeezed up? So we have a nice base here. It couldn't go down lower. 53 cents. Now it zoomed back here. There's a vacuum. Now we're defining another volume node right here. And that's going to create another slide. So strong base. We're really close to it. Right on the 12-month moving average. So very beautiful low risk entry, high fear. The stock kind of exited its bull power zone, reset here, and if it could climb back upwards, it's going to be sweet. Even some bullish divergence here of the stock. Here, lower hidden bullish divergence, lower lows, but the price action refused to go lower, higher lows. So that one is pretty nice. I'm again looking at an upwards resolution for Dynacert. EXN, Exelon, a little early, declining 1 year moving average, declining 3 year moving average. Really want to see that if it could climb back above the $1 mark, that huge volume defined node, then we could start to have sliding ups all the way to 139, 140, then another slide up to 173, 190, and after that, sky's the limit. So we're a little early for this one. Keep an eye on this huge trend line right here, but very low greed entry right here. This is probably more of a fear entry. The stock is still trying to go above in the upward territory. I'd really like to see though that at least that 1 year moving average starting to incline before entering here, so you could keep that one on the hit list. But you're in a congestion area and you're not stretched away. This is not a fear of missing out entry. This one, it's kind of weird. So for GCM, the setup, it's just been grinding higher and higher, close to the 12-month moving average. So very close. Nice fear entry right there. You see how the stock is staying in the bull power zone, just consolidating, going up, sideways move. And now you have a huge base. And right again, so that's what I like. Look at that volume defined. There's nothing. There's no volume here. So all these buyers, they're not a lot of buyers here on the way up. Not a lot of buyers here that are trying to sell to catch even. They probably they flipped here when they thought it was the end of the world. So this one, even if it started moving up, it's really close. It's really tight, and this could actually have a lot of wiggle room. And look, this is a log chart. What? 680? I don't know about that, but this is a nice solid uptrend. So this is already has momentum behind it, and not to stretch the low watermark where this could pull down. It's not that far down. So that's a pretty nice one, GCM. Buy and hold. GPY, Golden Predator. Again, that's another one. Oh, look at the base. So the base right here, most of the base, strong base at 29 cents. And even create another one right here at 35 cents. So right above it. And again, since we're in a bull trend, I'm expecting once it resolves above 41 cents that it should just slide all the way to 70. So if this is from 41 to 70, I think this is pretty sweet. And if it could go over that one, then the next leg up, then after that, it's a double to 144, 146, all the way up here. Stock trending upwards, higher lows. What else can I see? Going upwards, so we're not even in the overbought. And once we're in the overbought, then we start consolidating, creating continuation breakouts on smaller time frames. So still a little early. You see that 1 year moving average, 3-year moving average declining. But what I see from here is nice base is being built right now. And if this explodes, then we could have the same type of setup that we had previously. Even here, you see it exploded, corrected below, very volatile. But after that, that's what you want to try to get. And this is a vacuum. You could imagine these type of long candles based on the volume defined vacuums. GXS, Gold Source Mines. Look at that, another one. Huge price action right here. Very important congestion area. Right now it's at 12 cents. It's below the 14 cents volume. Defined breakout line. Higher lows. Stock starting to go upwards. Very close to the 1 year moving average. So this is another one, another contrarian play. If you get in this one, you're getting early. Again, you see all these patterns? Nice long-term trend lines. We're getting close to them. That's why we're consolidating below. And one day it's going to break out. It's going to consolidate above, test that breakout line. If that holds, then it's going to shoot upwards. So that's the way I see it. You've seen the charts. You've seen the other charts I've done. You've seen these type of setups. You have the 1 year moving average, 3 year moving average below you. So this is a nice contrarian entry right here. And after that, if that could get above that 14 cents, then it's a volume slide all the way to 48 cents right here. Those previous 2016 highs. So that's a triple bagger, triple bagger. That's in the cards, and it's an Eric Sprott pick. So GXS is pretty sweet. IVS. Inventus, look at that base. Whoa, a lot of volume. But you see that slide? That's what's got me, my greed. Going close to the 1 year moving average. Exploded, now halfway. So that stock is going to probably start turning soon, but it's still doing a higher low. The price action is getting squeezed between that inclining 1 year moving average and that 3 year declining or flat 3 year moving average. Really tight. And once we get above that 15 cents, then I think it's a slide all the way to 21. That's already like 50%. After that, 25. And once you get above 27.30, then this is a slide up all the way to 118. Barely no resistance in the way. And these are pretty nice, those two. Latin American minerals, guys. Okay, another contrarian play. Close to the bottom. just exploded up, but you have a nice base right here starting to form. So if you could climb above that 2 cents, 3 cents, then it's a vacuum all the way to 10. So that's a four bagger, 5 bagger. And then after that, once it gets above 10 cents, then 34 cents. And after that, well, sky's the limit. So that's pretty much embryonic multi baggers. That stock, look at the stock already starting to turn around. You could break above that. Strong momentum going on the monthly chart, defined bull trend. So it doesn't look too good. Very contrarian, but the 1-year moving average is going upwards, getting squeezed with that declining 3-year moving average. But you know that the base is being formed right now. Nam. New age metals, guys. Hey, only 15 minutes. I might keep this one under 20 if I concentrate. Huge base. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't you have the feeling that this one, you're catching it right before it explodes? Higher lows, close to that 1-year moving average. The stock is tight. Is it broken out? Depends how you draw your trend lines. This could be a breakout, now retest above. But you're at the bottom of the range, and you really know it explodes to bring it up into the power bull zone before it starts trending. Just like here, you see how it's trending in the bear power zone? Well, the initial burst like that from a bull to a bear, it makes a crazy move like that. So that's when it's going to explode. And after that, you want to trend like that, but we're going to trend in the upper. And look at that base. Look at that slide. So really tight. 7 cents. This is multi bagger. Maybe at 12 cents, once we get a almost double, we're going to slow down, 50% up. And after that, that thing could just slide to $3. Not much volume defined resistance there. And again, Eric Sprott's in it, so I don't know what type of due diligence he did, or does. But if we could take into account that he did a good job there, then it adds comfort that you won't get whipsawed with some insane news that that stock was a fraud or whatnot. Okay, Novo. Why did I keep Novo? Had a strong base here, exploded, sideways move, now creating another plateau. Strong base at 240. Another strong base at 350. So right now it's right hogging there, inclining 1-year moving average, right above a 3-year moving average, getting close to that 1-year moving average. So a lot of fear. But you see that burst up. Now it's going to be in the bull power zone and you want it to stick there. So we're not early on this one. So we're not grabbing this initial strong move up. But we're grabbing the first move inside that bull power zone. So not as appetizing as the previous ones, but because it's pulling back right now, this could create a nice opportunity to ride it from 350 to 479, and then after that, 770 is the next target. So almost more than probably a 1 bagger in the cards if this resolves upwards. ORX. All right, strong base here. I liked it. I kept it because it's consolidating now. Nice bull flag right here. Multi-month consolidation, creating another volume node. But look at that. If it could slide up above this area here, above 11 cents, then there's not much resistance right here. Who knows where it's going to land. And the people who entered here, that's another one, another type of scenario where we want to enter. See right here, with a little contrarian, you could have said, 3-year moving average, I'm below it. But the 1 year was starting to incline. The stock at this level right here, see, was angling downwards, but started turning up. And as soon as it broke up above its trend line on the indicator, bam, it exploded. So we could probably expect a pullback to test. Where's my pen, my brush? Here, and something like that. Close to that 1 year moving average, and then after that slide up. Pretty nice setup. Didn't catch at the beginning, but we're catching it on the multi-month consolidation right here. 11 cents, and this thing could fly multi bagger probably in the cards right there. RIO 2 limited. Another one with strong base. Look at how Patrick. Strong base right here. At 51 cents, volume defined base. Right now we're at 83 cents, creating another volume node right there. So if there's a pullback, it could hurt. It could come back down to 53 cents. But since we're in a bull market, if it decides to pull back, I expect it to come and test that 85 cents again. And then after that, slide up to the moon. Yeah, not super pretty. So this again was a contrarian play. Remember, 3-year moving average scares you, but the 1 year starting to incline. At the same time, you had the stock. So you see Stan Weinstein, you're starting to spot those bullish indicators. On the monthly chart, you're starting to understand how the stock, how to use it. As soon as it crosses over the initial burst, then you want it to stick in the bull power zone. So this one, you've missed the initial thrust, but now you're aiming for the pullbacks and the wiggle right here in the bull power zone. RIO. RJX exploration, guys. I busted the 20 minutes. So this one, I think it looks more like ORX, right? So here it was the initial breakout. Look at that stock. Broke above, consolidated, exploded. Close to that 1 year moving average. Yeah, the base is kind of far. So this was the original base that was protecting you once you bought on this breakout right here above the stock exploded. So actually, this is another one that has a multi-month consolidation in progress. 11 cents is the 10 cents a true base. But now we create another one around here, around 18 cents, 16 cents. So this is really close to that. So either you could expect that to come and retrace all the way down here, or just resolve from this contrarian entry here, the scary entry, next month or this month, resolve, and then after that, go upwards. Because after that, the next resistance, volume defined resistance, is you have a little bit at 26 cents, and not much after that. So this could go to $1, $2. Log chart could get really greedy right here. Greedy, $sign. Higher lows. It's bullish. A lot of stuff could save you. Even if you misanalyze a stock, you get in the wrong time. In a bull market, especially the 1 year moving average, if you're above it, it could save your butt a lot of times. SoCommand Minerals. Right away, see? Look at the stock. So you know you're not early, right? The early entry. It's even hitting here, that longer term resistance. So we got some resistance and support. We have the 1 year moving average, 3 year moving average below us, inclining. We had a shorter term pattern where we broke out, tested the breakout line. So we have a nice base here at 11 cents. And now we were stuck in between 11 and 17 cents. If we break out above 11, 17 cents, 17.5, woo, all the way to 30, 38. And after that, sky's the limit. Multi-bagger possibility right there. And then we'll have the stock that's going to stay in the bull power zone. So this one looking pretty sweet, but there's a congestion area here, so kind of early. SKYG, Sky Gold Corp. So that's part of the ones that are super early, right? Above a declining 1 year moving average. Ugh. Below a declining 3 year moving average, but that's not too bad for now. We'd really like to see that 1 year moving average starting to turn up. Most of the base, it's happening right here. So this was an embryonic breakout. Right about here, huge volume. There's nothing on top. Once we get above this 23 cents, this thing could be a multi-bagger. Something like that. So here's a trend line. And after that, well, I'll look at the log chart, $5,300. Okay, let's not get too greedy. But right now, we are starting to create some price action above the declining 1 year moving average, and it should start turning upwards. And look at the stock, a lot of juice. Once the stock breaks above this trend line right here, it should really start moving. So this is very embryonic. It's pulling back. Maybe it wants to test that previous resistance turn support. But this is a very embryonic move, 17 cents. There's big potential for big gains once we get above that 20, above this consolidation right here, even 26 cents. Because right now, this is a wall, previous resistance, support and resistance. So once we get above this area here, this thing could really fly. But buying it here at 16 cents, already up here, it's a 2 or 3 bagger, 46 cents. So that's how I see that one. And last one, guys, 24 minutes. Northern Superior Resources. I look at the volume right away. Okay, here's my base. I'm starting to climb up. It's already starting to slide upwards, even if there's a pullback. Inclining 1-year moving average, about to do a golden cross. 3-year moving average starting to angle upwards. So when you start seeing that, you know that the stock has already exploded. So you missed your original work. It consolidated above its breakout line right there. Is that the long-term one? So yeah, a lot of bullish technicals happening here. Broke out, consolidated above the 3-year moving average, exploded, starting to consolidate again. But this thing is above. So now this is support. 46 cents is support. This thing could just slide up multi-bagger at 53 cents. A lot of room right here. Not much resistance. $3, $10. And hopefully this stays in the bull power zone a while, guys. Wow, that's it. Eric Sprott, that's my list. A mix of different bullish scenarios, some a little early, some there's one that was trending just nicely, but a lot of these are just trying to break out, giving you good confidence. Choose whatever poison you like, which one you're comfortable with. But those are the ones that aren't too extended, that are a little bit early, some just perfect. Have your pick, have fun. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Mr. Sprott. Ciao.